Welcome to our video, a heartfelt space to honor and remember those we've recently lost, along with others who have left lasting impacts on our lives. On this 29th September 2025, we reflect on their incredible journeys, celebrate their legacies, and hold their cherished memories close. We'll also talk about the recent challenges faced by WWE star Braun Breaker that have touched millions worldwide. Subscribe now and join our supportive community that keeps their stories alive. Bray Wyatt, born Windham Rotunda on May 23, 1987, was a larger-than-life presence in professional wrestling, known as much for his creativity and storytelling as for his in-ring skill. He passed away tragically at just 36, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate with fans around the world. Wyatt first made waves in WWE as the leader of the eerie and enigmatic Wyatt family, a character steeped in horror and Southern Gothic imagery. His ability to blend psychological depth with wrestling captivated audiences, making him one of the most unique performers of his generation. From his early days in WWE in 2010, transitioning from tag team work with the Rotunda brothers, to establishing himself as a main event star, Wyatt consistently demonstrated his talent, earning 3 world championships, including the WWE and Universal titles. Perhaps even more than his championships, Wyatt's creativity set him apart. The Firefly Funhouse segments became an instant hallmark of his career, merging childlike whimsy with dark, unsettling themes in a way only he could. These moments showcased not just his performance ability, but his remarkable imagination and willingness to take risks in storytelling. Outside the ring, Bray was admired for his dedication and passion for wrestling. Colleagues often spoke of his kindness, professionalism, and the way he could connect with fans on a personal level. His presence, both on and off screen, left a lasting impression on the wrestling world. When news of his passing broke, the outpouring of grief was immediate and heartfelt. Fans and fellow wrestlers alike mourned the loss of someone who had redefined what it meant to be a character-driven performer in WWE. Bray Wyatt's legacy is enduring, not just in titles or matches, but in the creativity, depth, and emotional impact he brought to wrestling, inspiring a new generation of performers to dream bigger and tell stories that linger long after the final bell. André the Giant, born André René Roussimoff on May 19, 1946, in Grenoble, France, was a figure whose presence seemed larger than life in every sense. Standing an incredible 7 feet, 4 inches tall and weighing around 520 pounds, he earned the nickname the Eighth Wonder of the World. But André was more than just his size. He was a gentle giant with a warm heart, a quick sense of humor, and a charisma that drew people to him wherever he went. André began wrestling in France during the 1960s, but it was his move to the World Wrestling Federation in the 1970s that catapulted him to global fame. Fans were captivated not just by his size, but by his skill and the way he carried himself in the ring. He became part of some of the most memorable storylines in wrestling history, with his legendary rivalry against Hulk Hogan standing out. Their iconic match at WrestleMania 3 in 1987, where Hogan lifted and slammed the towering André, remains one of wrestling's most unforgettable moments. Outside the wrestling world, André showed a surprising versatility. His gentle nature and natural charm shone on screen, most notably as the lovable Physic in The Princess Bride, 1987. A role that revealed his talent for comedy and endeared him to audiences far beyond wrestling fans. Despite his fame and warmth, André's life was shaped by struggle. He battled acromegaly, a condition that caused his extraordinary growth and contributed to health problems that would claim his life at just 46 years old. Yet, those who knew him remember André not for his challenges, but for his generosity, humor, and the way he made everyone feel seen. His legacy endures, not just as a towering figure in wrestling, but as a beloved entertainer and a man whose heart was as big as his legendary stature. Yokozuna, born Rodney Anoa'i on October 2, 1966, was more than just a professional wrestler. He was a larger-than-life presence who left an indelible mark on the wrestling world. Hailing from the legendary Anoa'i family, which has produced stars like The Rock and Roman Reigns, Rodney grew up surrounded by the world of wrestling, which shaped his path from an early age. He made his in-ring debut in 1984, wrestling across various promotions, but it was his arrival in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in 1991-1992 that truly launched him into superstardom. Standing around 6 feet tall and tipping the scales at over 500 pounds, Yokozuna was impossible to ignore. His sumo-inspired persona, complete with traditional attire and ceremonial movements, captivated fans, and his signature banzai drop finishing move became instantly iconic. Audiences were drawn not only to his size, but to his surprising agility and skill, which made him a formidable competitor in the ring. Yokozuna reached the pinnacle of his career by winning the WWF Championship twice, first at the 1993 Royal Rumble, where he famously eliminated a record number of opponents, and again at WrestleMania 9. Behind the scenes, however, he struggled with weight and health issues, challenges that ultimately affected his career and life. He was released from WWF in 1998, but continued to wrestle on the independent circuit, showing the same passion and dedication that had defined his rise. Tragically, Yokozuna passed away at just 34 due to heart-related complications. Yet his legacy endures. Through his unforgettable matches, his role in bringing Polynesian representation to the forefront of professional wrestling, and the lasting impression he left on fans around the world. Rodney Anoa'i, as Yokozuna, remains a beloved figure whose larger-than-life spirit is remembered long after the final bell. Patterson, born on January 19, 1941, in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, was a trailblazer whose influence on professional wrestling spanned decades. From the very beginning of his career in the 1950s, Patterson showed a natural talent in the ring. He combined technical skill with charisma, quickly making a name for himself across wrestling territories in North America. His dedication and passion for the craft earned him numerous championships and the respect of both fans and fellow wrestlers. Patterson is perhaps best remembered for his time in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, where he left an indelible mark both inside and outside the ring. In 1979, he became the first-ever Intercontinental Champion, a milestone he helped make legendary through memorable feuds and hard-fought matches. His battles with wrestlers like Sergeant Slaughter captivated audiences, and his influence behind the scenes was equally impactful. Patterson was the creative mind behind one of wrestling's most enduring traditions, the Royal Rumble match, introduced in 1988, which remains a fan-favorite event to this day. Beyond his professional achievements, Patterson broke barriers on a personal level. He was openly gay at a time when the wrestling world, and sports in general, was far less accepting, making him a quiet but powerful advocate for LGBTQ+ visibility. His courage in being true to himself inspired many and paved the way for future generations of wrestlers. Off-camera, Patterson was known for his kindness, mentorship, and dedication to nurturing talent. He worked tirelessly as a producer and creative consultant, shaping storylines, helping younger wrestlers find their footing, and ensuring the next generation could thrive. His influence stretched far beyond his own matches. He helped shape the very fabric of modern professional wrestling. Patterson passed away at the age of 79, leaving behind a legacy that goes far beyond championships or accolades. He is remembered not only for his incredible in-ring talent, but also for the humanity, guidance, and inspiration he shared with everyone around him. Generations of wrestlers and fans continue to feel his impact, a testament to a life lived fully in the service of the sport he loved so deeply. Bronson Rechsteiner, known to wrestling audiences as Braun Breaker, was born on October 24, 1997, in Woodstock, Georgia. into a family whose very name resonates with wrestling history. The son of Robert Rex Steiner, famously known as Rick Steiner, one half of the legendary Steiner Brothers tag team, and nephew of Scott Steiner, Braun's path to the squared circle was almost preordained. Wrestling ran through his veins, yet before stepping into the professional arena, Braun explored a different kind of physical pursuit: football. He played at Itawa High School, where his athleticism and physical dominance quickly became evident. His high school years were marked not just by sports success, but by the discipline, resilience, and competitive spirit that would later define his wrestling persona. Braun even pursued a professional football career for a short period after high school, though it did not reach the heights he had envisioned. Nonetheless, this experience built a foundation of explosive athleticism and mental toughness, qualities that would serve him in wrestling's demanding environment. The combination of genetics, rigorous training, and a competitive upbringing gave Braun an edge few newcomers possess, allowing him to move seamlessly into WWE's developmental system while carrying the weight of high expectations. Transition to WWE and early development. Braun Breaker made his WWE debut with the organization's NXT brand, where he quickly distinguished himself with a unique blend of raw power, agility, and intensity. Standing 1.83 meters, approximately 6 feet, tall and weighing 113 kilograms, around 249 pounds, Breaker showcased a physical presence that immediately commanded attention. Yet, beyond his stature, it was his in-ring style and ability to convey emotion through physical storytelling that captured fans' imaginations. In NXT, Breaker's rise was swift. He captured the NXT Championship twice and also held the NXT Tag Team Championship once, proving he could thrive in both solo and team contexts. His tenure in NXT highlighted not just his athletic capability, but his adaptability. While he was still honing his mic skills and refining match pacing, he displayed a willingness to learn from mentors, coaches, and fellow wrestlers, showing humility rare for someone moving through the system so quickly. NXT fans, many of whom had followed him from the beginning, watched with pride as Breaker built his reputation, blending old-school powerhouse wrestling with modern athleticism. Physical health and challenges. Like many performers in professional wrestling, Braun Breaker has faced the physical toll of high-intensity sports. The rigorous demands of both football and professional wrestling have shaped his body, but also made him conscious of injury, prevention, and overall wellness. While there are no public reports of chronic injuries, insiders note that Breaker, like most athletes at his level, undergoes regular physical evaluations and follows a stringent training and recovery regimen. His focus on conditioning and nutrition has allowed him to maintain a balance between explosive performance and long-term health. Nevertheless, the intensity of WWE programming, especially on the main roster, places immense strain on even the most resilient athletes. Maintaining peak performance while preventing injury is a constant challenge, and Breaker's team reportedly emphasizes recovery protocols, careful scheduling, and preventative measures to ensure his career longevity. This professional discipline reflects not only a commitment to personal health, but also awareness of the physical realities that have shortened or derailed many promising careers in wrestling history. Rise to the main roster and heel turn. Following his success in NXT, Braun Breaker transitioned to WWE's main roster on Raw, quickly aligning himself with two of the most influential figures in modern wrestling, Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. This alliance immediately thrust him into high-profile storylines and positioned him as a dominant heel. In this context, Breaker's character evolved from the energetic, smiling powerhouse of NXT to a more calculating, ruthless presence on Raw. While the term heel in wrestling denotes a villainous persona, the transformation also reflects Braun's adaptability and understanding of storytelling dynamics. Rollins, known for his meticulous attention to match psychology and charisma, and Heyman, a master strategist and advocate for his clients, have provided Breaker guidance, exposure, and mentorship in navigating complex storylines and high-pressure main event segments. Within the storyline, Breaker serves as the enforcer, the powerhouse who executes high-impact maneuvers and dominates opponents, while Rollins and Heyman craft strategies and manage broader narratives. Fans have noted that this alignment has amplified Breaker's intensity and allowed him to explore a broader emotional range, further developing his persona into a formidable presence in WWE. Backstage dynamics and professional growth. Behind the scenes, Breaker's rapid ascent has been carefully managed to ensure his growth and maintain locker room harmony. While WWE fans often speculate about backstage politics, the focus for Breaker has been on constructive mentorship and professional development. Reports indicate that both Rollins and Heyman have taken an active role in helping Breaker refine his in-ring execution, storytelling instincts, and promo delivery. This kind of guidance is essential for young wrestlers entering main event territory, as it allows them to absorb lessons from seasoned professionals while gradually adapting to the pressures of top-tier programming. Mentorship in WWE extends beyond storytelling, encompassing everything from physical conditioning to media appearances, fan interaction, and brand representation. Breaker's willingness to learn and adapt has contributed significantly to his reputation as both a disciplined athlete and a student of the business, demonstrating that success in professional wrestling is as much about mental acuity and professional conduct as it is about physical talent, financial considerations, and career stability. While the spotlight brings fame and opportunity, the professional wrestling industry also comes with financial considerations that wrestlers must navigate carefully. As a rising star with a prominent position on Raw, Breaker benefits from enhanced contract terms, merchandise revenue, and performance bonuses. However, rapid promotion to high-profile roles also carries increased expectations, from maintaining public visibility to handling travel demands, appearances, and media obligations. Financial stability in wrestling is rarely guaranteed, particularly for athletes early in their main roster careers, and prudent management of earnings, investments, and personal brand development is essential. Breaker's support system, including his management team and veteran mentors, reportedly emphasizes financial literacy and long-term planning, ensuring that his career growth is complemented by sustainable wealth management strategies. These measures provide security, allowing him to focus on performance and career development without undue pressure from financial uncertainty. Fan reception and audience engagement. Braun Breaker's journey from NXT to Raw has been met with a mix of admiration, scrutiny, and intense discussion among fans. Longtime followers of NXT have celebrated his rise, appreciating his combination of brute strength, agility, and old-school wrestling sensibility. They view him as a throwback to a time when raw physicality and no-nonsense intensity defined the industry. At the same time, broader audiences are still acclimating to his character evolution and in-ring style. Social media discussions often focus on his potential, his alignment with Rollins and Heyman, and whether he can connect with fans on a deep, emotional level. Memes, commentary, and fan theories are part of the modern wrestling experience, reflecting engagement that ranges from supportive to critical. Breaker's ability to navigate this dynamic, maintain professionalism, and learn from audience feedback is key to establishing both longevity and resonance with viewers. He has shown an awareness of how fan perception shapes storytelling, adapting his performance to meet the expectations of both casual viewers and longtime enthusiasts. In-ring style and signature attributes. Breaker's wrestling style is marked by a combination of sheer power, speed, and adaptability. His background in football contributes to explosive movements, dynamic transitions, and an ability to execute high-impact maneuvers safely. While he retains the powerhouse persona reminiscent of his family's wrestling legacy, he has also incorporated modern techniques that enhance his versatility. Matches highlight his ability to dominate opponents physically while telling a story within the ring, conveying intensity, emotion, and stakes. Observers note that his posture, presence, and timing reflect both natural athleticism and careful training, underscoring his commitment to mastery. Moreover, his willingness to refine technique based on feedback demonstrates a long-term approach to in-ring excellence, ensuring that his performances remain compelling and safe, even as he undertakes high-risk sequences and main event matchups. Mentorship under Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. The guidance of Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman has been instrumental in Breaker's main roster development. Rollins, a performer with experience navigating both top-tier storylines and intense character arcs, provides insight into ring psychology, audience connection, and narrative pacing. Heyman, renowned for his strategic mind and ability to elevate clients, contributes to character development, storyline positioning, and career management. Together, they offer a multi-dimensional mentorship that blends physical performance, storytelling acumen, and strategic career thinking. This mentorship is particularly valuable given the accelerated timeline of Breaker's push, allowing him to develop skills that might otherwise take years to acquire. Their combined influence is evident in both his in-ring precision and his evolving persona, reflecting a carefully balanced approach to career growth, main event spotlight, and upcoming challenges. As Breaker solidifies his position on Raw, WWE is preparing high-profile storylines that will test his skills, charisma, and endurance. Speculation suggests potential feuds with established veterans such as Cody Rhodes or Drew McIntyre, who bring extensive experience, fan loyalty, and nuanced storytelling to the ring. These challenges represent a significant opportunity for Breaker to demonstrate his capacity to engage audiences, execute complex match psychology, and manage high-stakes storylines. Beyond the ring, these feuds will test his promo skills, ability to generate heat or fan support, and stamina in long-form narrative arcs. Successfully navigating these encounters could elevate him into a consistent main event presence, while also providing valuable lessons that will shape his approach to future storylines, character development, and audience engagement. Strategic vision and potential milestones. Behind the scenes, there is a strategic vision for Breaker's long-term trajectory. Mentorship, storyline alignment, and talent development are being leveraged to position him for potential championship opportunities, broader brand recognition, and sustained relevance in WWE's landscape. Sources indicate discussions about future title reigns, long-term character arcs, and cross-brand appearances that could extend his impact beyond Raw alone. Achieving these milestones will require balancing physical performance, character evolution, and audience connection, demonstrating both professional discipline and adaptability. The cumulative effect of these strategic moves is to prepare Breaker not just for immediate success, but for a legacy that could span years, provided he continues to evolve, refine his skills, and remain resilient in the face of the industry's inherent pressures. Personal discipline and career sustainability. Breaker's journey illustrates the importance of personal discipline in professional wrestling. From maintaining peak physical condition to learning promo techniques, balancing travel schedules, and participating in story development, he exemplifies a holistic approach to career management. Equally critical is his attention to mental well-being and recovery, which ensures that he can sustain a demanding schedule without compromising performance. By cultivating these habits early in his main roster career, Breaker is laying the groundwork for longevity in a profession where careers can be unpredictably short. His approach emphasizes that success is not solely about talent or opportunity, but also about the continuous application of discipline, focus, and adaptability. The role of legacy and family influence. Braun Breaker's path is inseparable from his family legacy. Yet, he has managed to carve out an identity distinct from his father and uncle. While comparisons to Rick and Scott Steiner are inevitable, Breaker blends elements of his lineage with modern athleticism, personal charisma, and storytelling ability. This dual influence provides both inspiration and expectation. The pedigree lends credibility, while his unique approach allows him to establish a personal mark in the industry. Maintaining this balance between honoring family heritage and forging an individual legacy is a defining challenge. One Breaker appears committed to navigating with integrity, focus, and strategic foresight. Financial management and long-term stability. In addition to performance, Breaker's career illustrates the necessity of prudent financial management in professional wrestling. Rising stars face fluctuating schedules, variable contract terms, and demands for merchandise promotion, appearances, and travel that can affect income stability. With guidance from management and mentors, Breaker reportedly emphasizes careful planning, investment, and brand development to ensure long-term security. This professional approach reduces external stress, allowing him to concentrate on performance, skill development, and audience engagement. It also reflects an understanding that a sustainable wrestling career extends beyond the ring, encompassing financial literacy, strategic branding, and diversified revenue streams. Fan connection and storytelling. Impact. A critical element of Breaker's ongoing development is his ability to connect with audiences. His current heel alignment presents opportunities to engage fans emotionally, whether through storytelling, in-ring psychology, or promo delivery. Audience response is increasingly important in shaping storylines, determining merchandising appeal, and influencing creative decisions. Breaker's capacity to respond to fan feedback, refine his performance, and maintain authenticity is key to building long-term popularity and credibility. Observers note that his blend of physical dominance and emerging charisma positions him to resonate with both traditional wrestling fans and newer audiences, bridging generational and stylistic divides. Crossroads of career growth. Braun Breaker stands at a critical junction in his career, balancing rapid advancement with the need for skill refinement. The support of mentors, alignment with established stars, and exposure to high-profile storylines offer tremendous opportunity. Yet the pressures of main event expectations require consistent development in all facets of performance. Maintaining physical health, refining promo skills, building fan connection, and managing career logistics are essential to converting potential into enduring success. How Breaker navigates this period will likely define his trajectory in WWE, shaping both his immediate prominence and long-term legacy. His career exemplifies the intersection of talent, preparation, mentorship, and opportunity, a combination that, if managed wisely, can yield remarkable achievement. Future prospects and legacy potential. Looking forward, Breaker has the ingredients to establish himself as a cornerstone of WWE's next generation. His athleticism, lineage, discipline, and strategic guidance from mentors position him for championship opportunities, main event consistency, and a legacy that honors his family while defining his individual identity. As he continues to refine his skills, engage audiences, and manage the physical and financial demands of the profession, the wrestling world watches with anticipation. Breaker's journey is a testament to resilience, preparation, and the careful balance of opportunity and responsibility, illustrating how modern wrestlers can combine heritage, talent, and strategic growth to build enduring careers. Conclusion. A wrestler in transition. Braun Breaker's story is one of transition, growth, and potential. From the football fields of Georgia to the spotlight of WWE Raw, he has navigated physical, professional, and personal challenges with dedication and focus. While his career trajectory involves pressures, expectations, and complex dynamics, he has approached each phase with discipline, mentorship, and an understanding of the broader demands of professional wrestling. As WWE prepares high-profile storylines and future opportunities, Breaker's development, both in-ring and in persona, will determine whether he solidifies himself as a generational talent or remains a promising figure still evolving under the weight of expectation. Fans, mentors, and colleagues alike recognize his promise Yet the journey ahead is as much about character, connection, and consistency as it is about strength and skill. Braun Breaker is more than a rising star. He is a young athlete, learning to navigate a complex industry, embodying both the weight of legacy and the potential for a lasting impact in professional wrestling.